Hello there, guys. What is up? This is Dexter once again from Dexter Plays PH, and today we have Vincent Tran, our guest today, to talk about their project. And of course, I am very excited to give him the stage. But before we do that, let me just, welcome our friend here. Hello there, Vincent. How are you today? All right. Actually, I have a brother who's living there right now in
Oh,
Singapore. I
really?
got a couple of friends that I met through playing Overwatch before, and we
Oh,
met in Malaysia because of our Red Bull tournament. So pretty cool peeps out there. Anyway, I hope everything is peaceful and prosperous there in Singapore. Anyway, let's go to the AMA right now. We have here Play Poseidon, and of course we can see here the trailer that you guys have. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your experiences related to crypto, business, or gaming, and what do you do for the Play Poseidon project?
okay. Let me introduce myself. So my name is Vincent, and I'm the CEO and founder of PlayPoseidon NFT game. So for my career, I've been working as an engineer in the fintech industry for I think more than 7 years, and I was start investing in crypto since 2016, 2017, and heavily in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the last fintech startup I was working for, we got acquired by a tech giant in 2020, and since then I was trying to find my next venture. And then last year, the game fee chain in crypto is impressed me a lot, and it's encouraged me to start my own adventure this time. So even though my background is in fintech, I was a indie game developer when I was a student in university. And my first job after university is in a mobile game company. Actually, I was there for 1.5 years, and then I just start hopping job and follow where the money is, whatever which, and eventually I end up in this financial sector. Because it's like I think the one of the highest industry in the field. So back to the last year then. So it was thinking for me. I think it's time for me to step back and try to fulfill my childhood dream of become a game developer.
Mhm. That's beautiful, coming from a financial tech background and having that dream to build your own game, and
Yes.
things are pretty nice right now because of crypto and NFT, because those two things have finally combined, right? Anyway, we can see here in the trailer that you have more or less the kind of game that you have settled on, here in Play Poseidon. What's the story behind this project, and why did you guys, settle with this kind of project? And as a follow-up question, of course, why this concept, and what are your inspiration and opportunities available for people with Play Poseidon?
Okay, I see. So our story starting last year during the game 5 chance. I was also investing in a couple of them and playing them. I think 3 games myself. Most of the game I was looking for is just like very simple. Like for example, like click to earn type game. For me, it gets very boring after one day, and it feel like it's just like another form of sticking, you know what I mean, rather like an actual game where you can play and earn. So I was start to talking with one of my friends. He's a co-owner of a game studio in Vietnam. We try to find the right idea for the NFT game. So we come up with a couple of them, but eventually we decide to go with a very simple game mechanic, because we understand that it's not just a hardcore gamer that are playing this kind of game. Everyone actually joining P2E game to play for their earning, and most of them don't even play like any kind of hardcore game before, like Diablo or Counter Strike, etc. So we come up with this game idea. It's a card, like a card game where anybody can just pick up and play the game in less than few minutes. Every match should be not too long, like few minutes, maybe up to 5 minutes. So this is why we creating Play Poseidon. On the second question, right, we want to have the NFT aspect as well in the game. Hence, we creating a system of hero and pet that pair with each other and use them to defend the base. That is the concept for the game.
All right. Okay. So you mentioned about being able to play other games in the past, right? So nowadays there are so many projects, and could you tell us quickly what makes your project different?
Okay, so I already mentioned our game is like very easy to learn. You know, it's actually very addictive gameplay. This gameplay very addictive as well. And you keep playing it, and you're unable to complete the match. For example, you just try and try again until you kill the boss or you defeating the dungeons, things like that. And it's unlike other popular games like Axie Infinity or even a Fireboy can play this. I guarantee to you, you just give it to them, give it to the boy, you can immediately play this game.
Even little kids can play.
Yes. Okay, so that is the first thing. The second thing is we are heavily focused on develop the mobile version of the game. So what you already see on the web is like a web version in the beta, and which allow already people in the P2 field, they're already using the PC to play. So we try to fulfill that, but it's not a major point for us. We have a very smooth and I think a better version of the game on the mobile, which everyone can play. Like you can play on the chain, you can play while you traveling or during waiting for buy food or etc. We also try to design the game such that you don't need a lot of time to play. Every hero will have some daily cap, which you only need to play the game for like 15 minutes, and you can get all the reward. After that, then it's up to you. You feel the game fun, you can keep playing to level up your heroes, or otherwise you wait for the next day and play the hero again. The third thing make the game stand out is we realize, I mean, every popular game suffer from this. Once the game becomes like popular and many players try to join to play the game, the NFT of the game become very expensive. It's like at least a few $100, maybe $10,000 per NFTs. We're creating a tier system. It's like we divide the player into different tier. The highest tier is like for rich people. Then it keeps stepping down, and each tier will have 5 times income difference, and it's equivalent to the investment cost. So we try to keep the entry barrier as low as $50, so everyone can join our game and start earning 3 things I can to stand out to other games.
So it's an easy game to play, addictive, even if a little kid can play this, and the entry barrier isn't that big. And of course, you put different tiers on the kind of players that come in. Like for the rich people, you go together. For the mid-tier people who just casually want to play this,
when the price the token increase, we can just release a lower tier, so that everyone can still able to join as a entry level.
Okay, all right. Anyway, a lot of people who watches our channel, of course, they are here to play, and we know that play to earn right now is in a boom. So what's the play to earn mechanics of your project? And of course, I have already prepared on my side a test account, and I believe you could work me through and explain to me how things work.
Okay, Ken. Actually, the game have more than one mechanism for play to earn, but we can start with the main one.
All right, so,
the game. Yeah.
Okay, so we are here, and yeah, could you tell me step by step what can we do in this beta test version? And for those people who are watching, all you have to do is have a Binance Smart Chain testnet, and you can try this for free as well. So yes, please, Vincent, kindly walk me through to your game.
Okay, so this is the beta test version. You guys can play it by just go to our website, and then you can see a join beta test button right in front of you. Just click that and you can direct you to here. So when you first log into the game, you will need to purchase a starter pack. This pack contains 1 totem and 1 egg. As you can see on the screen, there are 3 packs, each one corresponding to tier A, tier B, and tier C. Right? And the investment cost for each tier is quite different, as you can see. So Dexter, you can just choose one that fit your.
I'm gonna select the A pack because
Okay.
A pack is free in testnet, so I'm gonna make the most out of it. So let's go at this successful purchase. How many packs do I need, by the way, in order to play? Do I need
So
like,
in order to play, you need one hero and at least one hero and one pet. So for the hero, even giving you the daily income you need for play to earn. The pet is to helping you in winning defeating the monster, defending the base, and you can pay multiple hero with the same pet. It doesn't lock you in just one pair. But for playing the game, you need at least one hero and one pet.
okay, we got here Freya Alloy, rank A. Okay, what's the difference between buying one pack over another, like tier C, tier B, and tier A?
Okay, in the starter pack, tier A, tier B, and tier C, the totem is the item different. Yes, so the totem grade A will allow you to summon a hero of tier A. A totem of grade B will allow you to summon a hero tier B, and for the C is the same. And when you after this, then you can try to purchase a grade B totem to compare the difference between two heroes. Okay.
All right.
Go to the store and then buy. No, not market. Go to the store.
Store.
Yes.
Okay.
You can buy B and C totem. Yes.
Okay.
Just, buy each one of them one.
One. We will just have the totem B here.
Yes.
And then let's buy the totem C. Okay. And we go back. Where do I go now? Inventory.
Yes, in the inventory, you need to open it to summon the hero.
Okay, we summon them now.
Look, in each tier there is more than one hero. Actually, there are currently each tier there are 3 heroes. So every time you summon, there might be a different hero.
Okay. So let's see. So every time you summon, by the way, guys, for those who are watching, of course, we get charged with the gas fee because we are actually minting our NFTs this way.
You are actually minting the NFT hero. Yes. So you got the assassins.
Is that a good character?
Every character is a good one.
Okay, okay. Just different.
One of them are female and look quite beautiful.
Okay, we wait for this to open up, and oh, Mikasa.
Yes.
All right.
We have a bodyguard, bronze souls made.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, what do we do next?
So in order to find, you need to select a hero and pet. So first, you just select the hero card. Yes. You can see the NFT ID when you hover over the card, and you can see the zodiac of the hero as well. So, for now, we will go through A and B and C. I will show you what is the difference between every tier. You see on the top of your screen there is a bar, a daily farm cap bar on the top on the right.
Cap.
Yes,
this one.
So this is the maximum amount of PPP token you can earn in a single day for this hero. Okay, and you look at the A and B, C. The cap is 5 times different.
Yeah, I see.
See?
5
it's
times,
corresponding to the investment cost for each one of them.
Okay. Understood. And then what do we do next from here?
You choose once and then
let's go with the rank A.
Yes, you can click select pet if you have more than one. Yeah, you have more than one pet, you will display here and you can select between. Yes. Okay. Then you click file. Yeah, it's just asking. Yeah, and you click the map level. Okay, this is the first one.
Release to shot.
Okay, I will shut my mouth. I let you figure it out. It's very easy to learn.
Oh, I see. So this is not click to earn as simple as, you know. So there's really like what's that game that became popular? The one with the birds, Angry Birds.
Yeah.
There's like some kind of targeting, but of course, it's kind of different. But feels the same at a certain point. So Gunbound also is one of the game that uses like physics and things like that. So I'm really bad, guys. I'm not shooting properly. So let's see what happens. So you would say that this game would involve a little bit of skill to be able to clear the enemies faster, yeah?
Yes. So the purpose of the game is to defend the base by shooting down all the monsters. The monster will appear from right to left, and when it's closer to you, you will try to damage your base. Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
So
So we are victorious there. Nice.
you can click next to find the next one. So as you progress, it will become more and more difficult. The first few
Okay.
map will be probably very easy for you to clear, but when you reach
It's
the
like a practice.
yes, when you reach the last map, then it will actually quite difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So do we get stronger also as we progress? Like, do we
Yes.
level up?
The hero have experience bar, and when you fill up your experience bar, you can level up your hero. And
Mhm.
when you leveling it up, it will actually gaining you a new skill.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So right now I'm only attacking with normal attack.
there can be
Okay.
like multiple routes of your route can bouncing from the ground or bouncing from the where you hit the monster.
Okay. I became tired there. Throwing
Each
too
hero
much.
have stamina, so that you need to try to strategize on which monster you want to hit, and sometimes you need to save the stamina as well because a
Mhm.
lot of monster will come out like a wave of monster. You need to save for the
Mhm.
when it comes. Yes, so you can see the
Okay.
experience dice on top the cap,
Mhm.
and to leveling up it may take like a few days. As
Mhm.
in our game, the hero level system is not like 100 or something. It's only when we release, we only allow hero to up to level 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh,
6.
okay.
Yes.
Okay, so it's not too much of a level grind. Of a level when it comes to the number of levels, but you have to grind it because you
Yes.
don't give it easily, or oh, I'm so bad. I'm not hitting.
Mhm.
There,
And
headshot. Oh, there's
the
also
pet is
headshot.
there to help you find the monster.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
So
If
you
you
get the pet because we have that egg, right, in the
yes.
first thing that we bought a while ago. Okay, so yeah, this is becoming interesting right now because the birds, I mean the flying monsters,
It's
are
not a
now
bird.
moving. Yeah,
Okay,
flying monsters. What are these?
this is a whale. It's a flying
Oh,
whale.
flying whales. Oh, since it's Poseidon, right? Poseidon is
Yeah.
about.
So
Uh,
you guys read our game lore and the story of own hero, you will realize that you will find out that this monster coming from below the sea level. It's actually
okay.
living beneath the sea floor, and now it's being uh, you try to wreak havoc on the land of human.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's pretty interesting gameplay. So in this map, level 1, we have up to number
Okay.
6. And of course, I'd continue playing this, but it will take us longer. I'm gonna have fun doing this. You guys who are
Waiting right
watching.
there. You go back, you select back the hero you just played.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the farm cap now be reduced to 1.7. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so in one day you will go to farm up to 5 PPP,
5.
and just by playing 3 games you already farm like 60% of it. So we
Mm-hmm.
design such that you only need to play 5 games per day per hero, like each
Mm-hmm.
like less than 50 minutes.
Mm-hmm. How about this claiming? Do we get like this tax? Could you explain the tax that you have? Like, how many days do we need to wait for us to be able to get our earnings?
Okay, maybe it's time you open the white paper. I think
Oh,
all the
okay, let's go.
information is there. This is better we explain it that way. Also,
All right.
there are more than one way to earn in our game. What you're just doing is like the basic one, the straightforward play to earn, winning matches, and yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right. So where do we
maybe
go from here?
let's talk about the earn mechanism first. Okay, then we come to the economic later.
All right.
Okay, so in our game there are total 4 type earning, and each type earning suit a different type of player. Okay, for the first one you just demo to the yes, this is the first one you winning the matches to have the PvP token. Okay, I think no need to explain more. Everyone already
Yeah,
understand
we've
that.
seen it. Yeah, seen it,
Okay.
how it works.
So the second web income is cap like a passive income for the NFT owner.
For the
Yes, even like 15 minutes or per heroes. Some people, we understand that you don't have a lot of time. You can play 15 minutes, but you have more than one hero, then you probably cannot play all of them. Okay, so we're creating a each cap like a scholar system, but this is an automated scholar system. So you just lending out your NFT for the entire pool of gamer in the game to pick up your hero and play on behalf of you. And you will need to share a portion of your daily income to them. And every tier of hero have a specific minimum ratio. Like you cannot like giving only 1% or 2% of your income. Like the tier C, you need to share like 50%. The tier B is lower, and tier A is lowest ones. So it's they will ensure that for the free-to-play player, they will be able to make at least a decent amount. Like
yeah, it's here. All right, cool.
And for this is like cap, like passive income for the NFT owner. They only need to log in back to the game every now and then, like 1 or 2 days, and reset up the yes. And there will be some cap like anti-abuser, so that no one can exploit the system. That is the also for the passive income in quarter 4 this year. We will release a quarter 3 for the third quarter. Okay, sorry. We'll release a NFT farming feature. So this is a cap like staking. You earn your PP token, then you don't want to sell now. You can stake it to earn like a lower than the P2E, but still decent API. And also for the big player, like what are we talking about? Like a whale player, yeah.
Whale.
Yes. In Q4, there will be like an NFT land feature. This is allowed maybe a guild leader or like a player with a like very big budget to acquire the NFT land, and they will be able to tax the other player if they because once we release this feature, you will need a land to farm. So whatever you were farming back then, now you need to farm it on a land, and you need to pay back to the NFT land owner a small like tax amount. And also for like peer-to-peer trading feature, like you can open a MMORPG merchant like a merchant shop in the lands, and try to buying stuff from other player, buying item and then reselling it, or try to crafting the item with that. So it's creating a cap like passive income for the NFT landowner. Okay, yes. The third mechanism is cap like for the it's like for the merchant type player. They want to buy low, sell high, or want to try to gamble their money investment. So they can, for example, you need to in the game you need to purchase an egg to summon a pet, and every time you summon, there will be chance to spawn a rare pet, or even like a legendary pet or mythical pet, and this pet will value a lot on the market based on the perception of other player. And also when we release the marketplace, they can try to snipe down the people, try to sell the NFT with undervalue, and then resell it with for the higher one. So it's cap like an income if they spend time to doing that. And the fourth kind of income is for the very high skill player. Okay, we have a high score system. You notice during playing the game, there will be a score on the top right, and when you're able to achieve the highest score in a week or in a month, you will be able to claim a prize, which also PvP and some game item like egg or totem. So this is also giving to the player with a high skill another type of income for them. And especially when we release the boss feature, I mean, they can be able to earn by defeating the boss. It can be a dungeon boss, or it can be a casual boss, or it can be a world boss with enormous amount of reward. And all this reward I mentioned here is not included in the daily farm cap. That means they still have the daily farm cap, and they still earn this outside that.
That's actually nice that it's outside the daily cap, so that we could use this as another way to earn. Anyway, this is pretty exciting to know that we have this opportunity to be skilled and be rewarded because of it.
Yes.
And of course, it's nice that it's segregated in tiers, right? Like tier A, tier B, and tier C. So in fairness for people there. Okay, Vincent, nowadays security is one of the most important topics that people ask about. So what's your take on security related to your project, and do you have auditing and vesting going on your project?
Yes, of course. So as you know, my background is fintech, and in this industry we take the security quite serious. So the entire backend for the game, we using the same standard that we was using for fintech industries, including like vaulting system for saving own card secret. For the auditing, we just complete auditing with Certic, which is like the best one in the field right now. And for the vesting part, all of the investor is follow a minimum 12-month investing schedule. Okay, this one also include for the developer or for the marketing partner. They will have to follow the same 12-month minimum vesting schedule here, no exception. So this to ensure the tokenomic will be able to sustain the game for at least 18 months. After that, then based on the how we release the new feature, I mean based on the demand for the token and how the current player want to cashing out, if it's balanced, then the game will keep running forever. When it's become imbalanced, like we don't generate enough new feature for the creating the demand for the token, and many people get tired of the game. They feel bored and they want to cash out, and eventually at some point the pool reward will running out. So we will try to keep it balanced. So don't worry. Yeah. And at some point, I think after 2 years plus, we will creating a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization. Which will give the hand of give the power to the player. They will be able to vote and able to control everything, every aspect of the game, including the per play turn reward or any cap like feature they want us to build, like thing like that.
All right, cool. That is really nice,
Yes. So if you read our white paper, you will see our first priority is to make the game for the people, for the player. So everything we design, every feature, we always put the player first, ahead of us. help the team.
Okay, that is nice. Anyway, we move on to the next question. Okay, right now, one of the things that is always asked, of course, is economy. Since we're play to
Yeah.
earn, right? Yeah. How do you plan to sustain the game economics right now?
Okay, so this is actually the tax you was asking for. So it's a major thing playing in our game economy. Okay, in our game there can be two types. I mean, it's still the same currency. This will be category as in-game currency and on-chain currencies. It's still PvP, but it's two types the currencies. And in the game, you will be able to spend both of them. It regardless of either whether it's on-chain or in-game. You can use this to purchase the totem or egg, or pay for any kind of fee, or upgrading your hero, or use to purchase stuff in the store. The thing here is if you want to cashing out your PP token, you will need to claim it on chain and try to make the swap on any dex like pancake swap, for example. So the tax system will be a thing here to encourage the player to reinvest their money instead of like try to cashing out every time. Because if you keep the tax here is on average is around 30%. So if you claim from in-game to on-chain, you will lose around 30% of your income. Okay, but if you keep using the unclaimed in-game PvP to spend in-game, then there is no tax deduction. You just like it's counting the same. Like you buying a 100 PvP totem, you will still cost 100 unclaimed in-game or 100 on-chain PvP regardless. So this is a way to encourage people to reinvest. Also try to discouraging them from try to devaluation the token. One thing here is the token is also a deflationary token. It have a burn mechanism when people swap it or transfer it between address, between wallet. Every time they make a transfer or make a swap, there will be 3% of the amount be burned. I mean, gone from the blockchain forever, and 2% of the amount will come back to the P2E reward pool. This to support the player who still playing the game. And this tax system and the transaction fees creating the a way for the player to keep playing the game without worrying the economy being like destroyed or being like many people try to cash out during the time when the market is not great, for example. They can this is to avoid that. And if you notice, this is not a fixed tax. This is actually a dynamic tax rate. So during the time when the market is not really great, it is when it can go up very high, like in a pumping situation, or it can going down a lot during a crash. This tax rate will adjust itself during that gap time and try to minimize the tax for the player that is holding the token. That means if you hold the token and the price going in too volatile in this ways, the tax will be reduced for those who still hold the token. If you save it now, then it will be taxed more than if you save it later, things like that. Yeah, and the last thing is in our game we will release new feature every month, and this new feature is what make the player to reinvest into the game, or for the new player to come to play our game. For example, to defeat the boss, you might need to upgrade your hero. You might need to crafting item that giving you like more damage, more skill, etc. So this is always need to be need the player to using the PvP as a small investment to upgrade or increase the hero power. And by doing that,
Speaking of,
okay,
yeah.
maybe let me finish the sentence. By doing that, you will actually able to earn more. Like if you defeating the boss, you will have more reward and also more item. You can resell those items on the market, and yeah, or sell to the merchant, for example.
Okay, since you've talked about future plans already, how about we discuss further your roadmap right now? What are the things that you've achieved already, and yeah, could you expound on the chronological order of the improvements that you want to give the community?
Okay, so in the Q1 we already finished all the feature here. We already have actually working and tested mobile version. I can show it to you right now. You want it's even better than the web version. Okay.
Yes, please. You could do that. Is that in your mobile phone?
Yes, of course. I'm I'm part of the development team, so I always try to test the game myself. Okay. I play every day during go to work, for example, or go to when I went out. I can play on the MRT chains all the time. Some people even ask me, what game is it?
Yeah, that's a really advantage for a project to have someone who is part of the core, especially you who's sitting on the top of the organization of your game, who's actually developing, testing, and playing your game. So you really know what's happening, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you can see, this is a mobile version of the game. Okay, it looks similar to the web one you was playing. And okay, let me show you. I can just select the hero, select the pet, and then click file. Okay, let me do this. Okay, it's the same like the web version, but the UI UX is a lot smoother. Okay, let me play once. Okay, you see?
Yep.
Right. So you can see I have a lot of skill now because the hero level is higher compared to yours. Yours is level 1, mine is like level 5.
And it looks very interesting that I feel that it's probably easier to have a targeting there because you're using your finger to target the enemies.
It's even easier to play on the mobile. You see, I can use one thumb for the right thumb for the targeting, and the left thumb to switching the skill.
Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. So right now we just have to wait for the mobile version to officially come out, but it is there under development.
Actually, it's almost complete. We are at the final testing. Like we might want to make sure everyone have a because in the mobile. The device, the wide range of device, what's the problem? It's not like on the web, every PC is the same. On the mobile, some mobile have a higher, wider screen. Some mobile have a It takes some time to do on-tap testing.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, let's go back to the roadmap that you have. So you were talking about boss monsters and world boss and etc. So what else do we have?
After we launch the game, we will immediately release the free-to-play feature. This is like for the it's like a scholar system I was talking earlier. Then we will develop the boss feature. There will be 3 type boss. The first type is the casual boss. This one is it's just similar to the regular match you play. if you keep playing and winning, maybe 3 win in a row, then the boss will appear. And if you defeat the boss and you earn some extra reward it's outside daily farm cap. And there will be a maximum number of encounter boss castle boss encounter per day per hero, like 2 or 3 for example. Only use kill all the boss and it will not appear. We cap like an extra earning for the player to earn if they can defeat the boss. It will be a bit difficult than the normal match. The second type of the boss is a dungeon boss. This is for you and your friends to join together and defeat the boss together. It's like 12 person try to defeat a single boss, and it can be very interesting because you can help each other. Like you can using the health bottle to buff the health for own player and try to rescue the other player if they are dead. And the interesting thing is the person who kill the boss will get a lot of reward. So maybe 2 team, you and your friend competing with the other player as well, and your team able to last hit the boss, then you will have the big portion reward, thing like that. And this will be based like a time-based event, like 6 a.m., 12 p.m., 6 p.m., and people will join together and go on the dungeon adventure to kill the boss as well. The third type, the boss is a world boss. It's like a monthly event. Engage the entire pool of players. Everyone in the game will join force to try to defeat this boss. It's like the boss will be like a humongous ones, like a kaiju. And if you guys, if the player able to defeat the boss, the next week the reward will be increased for everyone. And if you don't, then you need to play more match in order to fulfill the daily farm card. So it's like a punishment if everyone not able to protect the whole world. And it's just the reward mechanism is also same like the dungeon boss, but even reward the hero that deals the most damage to the world boss instead of the last one. And every boss will give a treasure. It will be more or less, it depends on the type boss. And when you open the treasure box, you will be able to gain a lot of items. These are the game items that you can use to unlock a hero level or to crafting NFT later in. Or sometimes just an act, you can just open it to spawn new pet. Probably on the this Q3 will be a new NFT weapon, and we will release a new set of the NFT hero and pet in Q3 as well. And this one is already planned. We will always have the feature carefully designed ahead of the development, so we will have it in time.
So you have, of course, weapons, items for crafting, second generation NFTs with new skills. So that's nice. And of course, the land and the world map, cities that you mentioned a while ago, which is kind of exciting as well, with pet breeding and farm system. So you actually mentioned about that a while ago. And you know, with a project like this, I know that it would take a really good team. Yeah, a really good team to make something like this. So could you let us know a little bit about the team that you are working with, and how is it you know, what's your experience working with these people that you have here?
Okay, so in the PlayPoseidon project, there are 3 teams. Okay, one is the game clan team. It's a game studio in Vietnam, and the second team is the blockchain backend team. This is managed by me. We are based in Singapore, the second team. And the third team is the marketing team. In the marketing team, like it's scattered around the world. One in Finland, one in Australia, and one in Vietnam. So this is as a lead person in each team. For example, in the first team, there are many people who on the project, but we only have place to lead out the lead developer, and so in the for the founder is me and the CTO and the co-founder. So we 3 was the we was the one who come up with the idea for the game, and have plan for everything, and able to set up the team for the development. Yeah. And
All
we
right.
all
And
work together. I mean, for the backend team and the clan team, we work closely with each other. So whatever they need, then we will have the API and have the feature developed on the blockchain, make the change to the game contract immediately.
Okay, and of course, for our viewer who wants to know more about the background of the team, they could just go to their white paper, and as you can see, we have here their achievements and the past jobs that they have, done. Just for example, Anne Pham here, your co-founder, is a co-founder of Zynga. And Zynga is no stranger in the mobile gaming industry, if I'm not mistaken, right? So things like that.
It's game studio founded in 2017. It was developing many games before this, but this is the first game in the blockchains and NFT and play-to-earn.
And of course, Leon Nguyen here, current PhD candidate in economics. This is pretty interesting team that you have here. Anyway, you've given us a lot of information about your project already. Now, the important stuff for me to ask is here finally, and that is, can you help us prepare? How do we get involved in this project, or what are the important dates that we need to take note of if we want to be part of Poseidon?
Okay, so actually most of the important dates we already announced. Now is the only that important one is for the IDO that going to happen soon. I think next Monday we will publish a plan for the IDO on our Twitter, and everyone can go there and try to prepare first. I think especially for those who didn't have the chance to play the beta test and get whitelisted for the IDO, then you can still again benefit by marking the date, because the IDO and the listing of the token will be quite close, like 1 day gap. So you can try to get your calendar book and buy the PvP token, because you're going to need the token to play the game. So unlike other games, they seem to try to sell the NFT, like NFT box, for example, in USD ahead of the game launch. We actually don't want to do that, because we want to creating a game for the player. So we only use a single token, so there's no dual token, and this token is the main currency of the game, and also we want to create a huge demand on this token. So everything in the game will require this token to purchase or to enable the feature. That's why we'll listing the token first. So it's been creating other the only thing to get into the game is to get the token. There's no other way. We don't do NFT box or something else similar here.
Okay, all right. Anyway, it's been a pleasure having you in the show. And of course, before we end, do you have any final message for everyone who is watching right now?
Okay, so for those who lucky enough to have the whitelist slot in our IDO, please don't forget to join and participate and buy your token. Okay, for those who are unfortunate to don't have the whitelist slots, you guys need to be patient first. Once the IDO finish, then you guys will have the chance to buy the token on the Pancake Swap. It'll be I think no more than 1 or 2 days, and the game will be launched right after that. So everything will be in the span of 3 days. IDO, token listing, and game launching. Okay, so please remember to check our website for the date and keep watching. Yeah, thank you guys.
All right. Anyway, thank you very much for being with us, Vincent, and taking your time to talk about PlayPoseidon. For people who are, of course, interested to know more about, my wish for you guys is to go to their social channels, of course, and know more about the project. You know, hang out with the people within the project, hang out with the community. Don't be pressured about the timing, because you have early knowledge of the project right now, right? You don't have to be, you know, fear of missing out there, jumping right just because you saw it in our channel. Although, you know, PlayPoseidon is certic audited, and it has, you know, been partnered with other reputable partners, it's still your duty to do your own research. Anyway, thank you very much, Vincent, and those who are watching this, I wish you more luck, and we will see you again next time. Bye bye, guys.
Okay, bye bye, guys. Thank you.